Hey, hello. I want to give you a little update what is going on with mGear project and all the news that we have around the community. So first things first, I want to shout out to Autodesk, TJ and all his team to sponsor mGear. The sponsor information was on the website for a little long now, but I never announced it officially. So I wanted to make it official now. So thank you very much, Autodesk, for sponsor mGear project. And I hope you keep it supporting for many years. So what's going on with the mGear next release? So that's the first thing I want to tackle on this video. And it has been quite a long time since the previous release. I think was in May when we released 3.6. And we didn't stop, but everything is a bit slower because all the situation with the production and all the work that we have, all of the developers on the team. So we are a bit slow that I would like to, but we are we are working almost every day on the mGear. So I want to give you a little overview what's coming for the 3.7 that hopefully it will be released before the end of the year. Hopefully, don't take this as a granted. Okay, so first things first, one big shout out for Ragnar, because he did this really nice pull request that adds some really nice functionality to mGear. He did this tool that is called Plebus. I hope I pronounced correctly because my Spanish accent is terrible, but in Spanish will be Plebus or Plebis, I don't know. And basically what you can do is take any like standard character creator like the DAS or let me check here because I don't remember the name, Mixamo or character creator, and quickly apply the default biped. So it's like a really starting point, really good, and it really works really nice. So let me show you a little bit how it works. So I'm just gonna take here, for instance, the character creator from 3, this one. So whoops. Okay, so I don't have loaded the plugin. Yeah, nice, Miguel. Okay, let me okay, so now should be good to go. Sorry for that, I didn't try it before recording, sorry. Okay, no, so it's loading this one, and in the it's still loading there. Probably we will have a message there. I think this is the biggest, 46 megabytes. Okay, so we have this girl here, and we can go here now in shifter Plebus, and we have this one. So first thing, we need to select which are the which kind of character you want to use. In this case, you have this character creator 3, DAS Studio from Genesis 1 to 2 and 3 to 8, make human with no toes, and Mixamo. So once you have this, so you can import the FBX, and now fix the, so for instance here the character creator comes with keyframes and all the joints on the first frame. This is will be deleted if you run the attach plugin. So basically in each of these different configurations you will have some instructions slightly different depending how it comes the configuration. So Ragnar did a really nice work here. So if I'm not mistaken here, so basically you need to just think this attach so you don't need to do too much. So I just need to import my guides. So it's gonna be there, very small. Align guides, build a rig, it's gonna take a few seconds. Sorry, this video is not gonna be edited, so maybe it's a bit longer. And now just attach, and that's it. You have the rig ready to work. The only thing is here, and I found this on many of the characters, because mGear calculates the orientation of the knee based on the angle. Here the angle is almost like backwards, so you have the vector back. So obviously this is like something that you can adjust manually before attaching or before building, but if you don't do it like I didn't make here, you can go here and we have a really nice function on the IK solver from mGear that is called reverse. It's here. So basically we just need to put this to 1, and even the app vector is in the other direction, it will solve it in the right direction. You can see here, this is the one I reversed it, and this is the other that I didn't reverse, so it's like a chicken leg thing. And the good thing about the reverse is not flipping, it's not like turning around your IK, it's really changing the solving of the IK to the other direction, so it will work perfectly. And yeah, that's it. So you have your character generator rigged and ready to start some animation or blocking layout or something like that. Yeah, so shout out to Ragnar for this one. Thank you very much. More news. So we have a bunch of new like improvements on the anim picker. There's been a lot of feedback lately on the anim picker from different places, from internal, from the office, from other studios, and from the community on the forum. And Rafael has been pushing really hard to solve all these requests or issues that was found. Especially we had a lot with the Mac users and the retina displays and scaling, things like that. I think all this is already solved. Still some of these requests are still open, but the anim picker is getting better and better every day, and hopefully you will note it on the next release that it's much better to use and with improved functionality. So shout out to Rafael for this. So I'm just checking my bullet points here because I don't want to forget anybody. So next one is what I'm doing, and that it's I'm the slowest developer here, sorry for that. So I'm working in mainly one big project. Even I'm doing like general bug fixing and other stuff, but this project is the game workflow improvement and shifter Epic for Epic or Unreal Engine components. So what is this about? Well, basically it's to improve the general like pipeline for games. It's gonna be also for Unity or any other game engine like Godot or things like that. So it will be beneficial for any game engine, but I'm focusing first on Unreal, and I will prepare some like components that are especially to match what we have on Unreal Mannequin and Unreal like standard things to do rigging. And we also have a bunch of improvements that will be general for all the pipelines. I want to show you something here on mGear. So I'm just gonna close this. And one of the biggest changes that you will find is the new naming system. So the first thing is that here now, before you couldn't put spaces, and still you can't, but you can put underscores now. So this before, like arm, I don't know, let's say arm big, you want to put this character have two arms, the big one and the small one, and this is the arm big. So before the only choice that you had is to put it like this. So now you can add this thing and it will work. So I just hit here and you can see here all the name is being updated correctly, and I can build and everything will work as expected and have arm big CR. So it will work. The only issue here is some of the and not for these changes are already solved, but you will see later that some of the tools, because relay in naming, we need to update that. So this is what I'm working right now, but I want to show you more. So that's one thing that you can do. So you can use the classic naming. I kind of like the classic naming, but because it gets more compact. Sorry, this is the already built, and it gives you more consistency in the naming. Here you can put as many like underscores as you want. But the other big thing, and this is the big one, is the naming rules. So right now we have some kind of like hard-coded way to name everything in mGear. Now you have the flexibility to choose your naming rule for the controls and for your joints. So they're separated and you can do a lot of this functionality. So basically you have here this like tokens that you can have. By default, there's component site index underscore description underscore extension. So you have the underscore. So this is the default one, the one that you have with mGear. But you can change here. You can, for instance, I don't want the extension here. I don't know why, but I don't want the extension. So means the controls will not have the underscore CTL at the end. So if I build now this, you see all the controls doesn't have the extension. It's still, you can get it because it's still there. And also the control itself, all the controls in mGear does have this is control. So you can find it. It's not like, but you have this flexibility and you can do whatever you want here. For instance, description later. How do you want the description? The description is the one that it's embedded on the internal of the component. So this, for instance, here, this one will be the IK control and this one will be the mid control. So this is the description, and you can choose the description if you want to capitalize. The default is what is being coded there. You want to capitalize, you want to make lowercase, or you want to be all uppercase. So that's one thing that you can do. Other things is same for the joins, and you can also change the way that you name sites. So if you mistake or you don't know, you just click reset and it will reset for you. And also if you hover your mouse, you will have here some information so you never forget what's going on, and these extensions if you forget how it's done, but you always have the reset, so it's not like a big problem. So let's say I want to change something. Let's say I don't like the extension here. I want the extension up front, so I'm just gonna use extension underscore, and you can put anything between, by the way. So this is gonna be my custom rule here, and you can put component side. I don't want this here. Yeah, something like that. So I put my extension, and my extension here is the extension naming. So instead of control, I'm gonna call it this mover, and instead of JNT, I'm gonna call it this bone, for instance. And I don't want to use capital L for left. I'm going to use left. I want to use right. And here instead of center, I will use, middle, something like that. So now that it's all set like this, when I build, it will have this naming convention. So if I take this one, you see it's mover, my custom name rule, arm big, middle, blah, blah. So it's a very easy way to configure to your needs. If you really need to use like to change the description there, you will have to go to the custom component and just edit the file there. But I think if you need to do this kind of optimization, it means your pipeline it's very specific, and you will, I mean, it should be easy for you to edit that. It's not like a big deal, but at least you have a lot of flexibility here. And the last thing, it's like we have also from the previous release, and I want to where's this one? Here, this one, this is already released on the 3.6 if I'm not mistaken. That was Rudolph who did this one, and basically you can set any naming for each joint. So let's say this naming rule is not good enough for you. You need something very much more specific for each of these joints for any reason. So you can go to your component, and you should sorry, it's here. So you can find here by index, so you can add an index tree. This is super custom name. So you can do also this thing. So right now the index 2, so means this is gonna be 0, 1, 2. This one here is gonna have a super custom name. So let's try this one, and I hope it didn't crash this because I didn't test this one already with the new naming convention. But you can see here super custom name, and the other is using the bone extension that we just said. So you have full control of your names for the joints, and that's the most important when you go for workflow or pipeline on games. So probably need to have absolute control how your controls are named. What is coming down the line here So basically, I'm fixing now these tools for animation for the custom rules with the, for instance, IKFK switch and things like that. After that, we will have joint orientation option. So also we will be, will be possible to choose how it's going to be your orientation. I didn't decide yet if it's gonna be something that you can define on the custom step, on the custom component itself, or you will have some exposition there. And then we will do some like these specific components for Epic, for Unreal Engine. And also I will be tackling the game tools and improving it with the export to Unreal and some extra functionalities to make easier also the translation. I hope to get something similar to what the Unreal users already has for Blender. But let's see. I don't think it will be round trip, but just one direction. And yeah, you can check the projects here, and you can see what's going on. So we have two projects open right now. This that is for the game workflow, and we have the other general improvement project. So this is gonna be for 3.7, and probably we will have some small releases after that. But the next thing, the next big goal, and this is something that Jerome has been working in the last month, is to move to mGear 4. So Jerome did there's awesome work here, preparing everything with all the nice like tags or things that you can see here for like code maintainability, testing, continuous integration, and everything. So it should be much easier to keep everything clean and improve faster the framework. But this is gonna be coming during next year, and we have like a lot of work to do here. Big refactor, moving from one repository, so from multiple repositories, we're moving back to mono repository because nobody's using this spread thing on the pipeline. Everybody's taking the whole release package, so it's no sense for us because it's more work. And it was a good idea when we think about that a few years ago, but turns out it's not that good. So it's good to rectify here, and I think it's gonna be better for next one. And of course we go for Python 3 ready. That is gonna be standard. Already, so I think it's official next year, but yeah, eventually in some moment in the next few years everybody will move to Python 3, so we have to be ready for that. So big shout out for Jerome, to Jerome for this. Thank you very much. And now more things. So about the community, it's been very busy, and I'm really happy that mGear project is taking momentum, and there is a lot of new users on the forum and a lot of downloads. And I have to also big shout out for Chris, the community manager. He's doing amazing. He's almost replying everybody on the forum. So thank you so very much, Chris. I really appreciate your work, and I think the community also will appreciate a lot what you're doing for everybody. It's it's very important not only to have the good software or good tools, but also to have this support for the community. So if there is any problem or any question or bugs or something like that, you have people to talk and to react to these like issues or things. Okay, so more things. I'm just again checking my bullet point here. Okay, yeah, talking about community and things. Time to ask for money. So I'm doing this fundraising campaign to get a new MacBook for mGear developers development. Sorry, so to give better support for Mac users. The campaign is going to be running until the end of this month, and I will get the best I can with the money that is being raised from here. So if you are a Mac user, especially for Mac users, if you want a good support for mGear for your OS, just you can help a little bit, just participating in the fundraising campaign. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna get. Still this new M1 chips things. Probably I will go for one of these. I don't know how it's gonna be the future, honestly, for Maya and all these big applications. So I hope they transition to M1 and don't say, okay, Maya for Apple it's over. I don't know. I guess they will do it. So I hopefully will go for the M1 and hopefully will last many years for mGear development. Okay, and last thing is the mailing list. So I did this a few weeks or months ago, where I'm just collecting emails from people that wants to be updated for new releases and things like that. So actually this video is gonna be the first one that I will use the mailing list. So if you are already watching the video and you received already the mail, then thank you. But if you didn't, you're watching this through the YouTube channel or other links that you may find on the internet, yes, please subscribe to the list and you will get some information. I will not use it that much, only mainly for release or big announcements like this. And yeah, that's it for the roadmap for mGear. I will try to do these kind of updates more often. I hope it's not too boring for anybody. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.